You remember that storm system that moved through central Ohio on Thursday? Well, it turns out we got off easy.
All right, we only have a few minutes left. Maria, I've been waiting for this all morning as well. The 2018 Olympics are coming to a close, but the memory, of course, my favorite Olympian will live on forever. Right there.
There he is again.
Now, the officer's family did not want to speak on camera, but I briefly spoke with the widow's father, and he was telling me,
Yeah, it looks pretty nice. Striping.
Sort of outside, just a little gloomy.
Listen, if your favorite color is gray, that looks awesome behind me.
Remember, I told you always bring our sunshine.
That's
Phil.
right. See, that's my sparkling personality.
There you go.
February is National Teen Violence Awareness Month, and studies show 1 in every 3 teens have experienced some kind of abuse from their boyfriend or girlfriend. And joining me right now is Carla Stubb. What advice would you be giving parents who have teenagers who are looking to date? Because I know when I was a teenager, I couldn't have a boyfriend at all. So, but those parents who say it's okay, well, what advice do you tell them? What's a good age for them to even date?
25.
25. An arrest has been made in the murder of a 24-year-old aspiring funeral director. Over the past several years, Central Ohio has dealt with tragedy among law enforcement. Now, still to come, one senator is facing backlash online after offering his 2 cents on Twitter. LL Bean is getting rid of its lifetime return policy. The company says too many people are cheating the system and trying to return heavily worn clothes years after they bought them.
Stay with us for more Good Day Columbus.
We've got our mugs all together.
Cheers.
Cheers, guys. Hey, what's in this that we're cheersing?
If you're having a Super Bowl party and you're trying to stick to your New Year's diet, well, don't worry. We have some tasty snacks that you and your guests will love while watching the big game.
Absolutely. What about your company?
So my company is, please help yourself.
I didn't know it was on me. Go ahead.
It is called Columbus Nutrition Company. And you mentioned,
Yes, and I gotta tell you guys, this is really good.
Oh, good.
Yes, we're gonna have all the recipes on our
you will.
website. Okay, so this is a story we've been talking about all morning here at the station, so listen to this. In Alabama, a man was arrested last week accused of beating his roommate with a laptop power cord during an argument. Get this, over right there, stale cereal.
Over cereal. Now, the food fight.
Spread some love this Valentine's in a unique way. Why not try sending them a singing Valentine?
That's right.
Exactly. He was talking to the families. They're very emotional, trying to work the funeral arrangements out, and also trying to thank all the other officers that they said that they're going to be patrolling the Westerville area just to give them a break as well. So very emotional.
And the
event raised more than $100,000 for Special Olympics Ohio. So we want to thank all the teams for taking part of this great event.
It was gold.
And I was hopping there because my socks were coming off.
You wore socks in? Did you jump in with socks?
Yeah, we both did.
did.
Our feet were freezing.
Listen, that was the most uncomfortable part, I thought, was standing on that concrete stage beforehand, because I had bare feet. You saw my son, he didn't even have a shirt on. I was dad of the year there. But he wouldn't wear a shirt. I said, well, everybody's going in with a shirt. And he said, no, I just want to go in just my swim trunks.
How cold do you think the water was?
It was right around 32.
Yeah,
because there was a little ice on
They took
it.
a temperature.
And they kept dumping the ice right before we jumped in.
It was ridiculous.
All for a good cause.
But it was fun.
That's
I'm
right.
glad we did it. We can say we did it now.
Bucket list, check.
There you go.
Mention Valentine's Day because that's what we are talking about. So don't worry if you haven't scheduled anything. Don't panic. Our friends from the Idea Foundry, well, they're here to show off just a little sneak peek of what they can do during their Maker's Date Night. Welcome, ladies.
How's yours going over there?
I don't know. We're dedicated, though. That's why we're like really focused. So while they're chit-chatting away.
I know.
So do we need rain boots, snow boots? I feel like I need a book bag every time I come into work.
How about an umbrella for later on this afternoon?
Break of the high school shooting is being felt in Central Ohio. A couple dozen people showed up for a candlelight vigil at Whetstone Library in Clintonville. It was put together an hour-long massage, but a lot of folks don't have time for that. But don't worry, our friends from Nurture the Salon are here with tips on how to give the best at-home massage. Jessica. Oh my goodness, Maria, you're gonna have to do the rest of the show. We're gonna take it back to break, so it's gonna be the Maria show next. We'll be right back. Carnival Legends' arrival into port from a South Pacific cruise was picture perfect, except for all the police waiting on the dock. Okay, so take a look. Thousands of people paid their respects for Westerville officers Eric Joring and Anthony Morelli. Neighbors also packed St. Paul Catholic Church. About this guy on your shirt right
Now,
here,
can I see
Elton
it?
John.
I don't know if we can see it. There we go.
He's like Superman. Elton John comes to town.
There you go.
Has come to Minnesota.
The state's first cat cafe opened yesterday, and customers say it's perfect.
I love it.
Testing is underway on the white powder that was found in a suspicious package at Senator Rob Portman's downtown office. Hazmat crews were called, but you're going to have to worry about, unfortunately, some potholes. And Jeff Reddick, he's live in Mobile Track this morning, and he's on the hunt. So, Jeff, what have you found so far?
Today is National Drink Wine Day.
So we are ending the show and starting out the weekend, well, for us, celebrating the day.
Yes, wine does have its benefits
It
also.
does. Well,
And there was also a new study that came out that said white wine may be just as beneficial as red wine. Some benefits, like a lot of antioxidants in there.
so pretty good.
Cheers. So cheers,
Yeah.
guys.
Salud.
Cheers.
Yeah.
It's going to be a good weather day today.
Oh,
See
so
a
we can
little bit of
cheers for that.
sunshine.
All right, we've been waiting for this all morning.
know.
It's an intense class where cardio meets Pilates and yoga.
It is called drumsticks. No, it is called pound.
Our instructors with 7 Studios, and they're here with us this morning to rock out. So first off, ladies, we need to know what pound is.
What is it?
So pound is
Up,
Up,
out, out, up, up, out. Look at me. You got this. I did it once. You've done this before. Leg lift. Down. Oh, now down. Oh, you guys are so good. Come on, Maria. Look at me. Administrators at an Indiana high school are challenging students to perform random acts of kindness. The annual First Responders Face-Off charity hockey game between the Columbus Fire and Police Department is always a great time. And I'm Jackie Orozco. It looks like we're a man down this morning.
we are.
The only man we have.
That's because Phil Kelly is on the road this morning.
You bring in the faith because of your shirt right there. God belongs in my city.
Yes,
so you
ma'am,
bring
all
that.
day.
You bring that message into your music.
Exactly. It's very
And these are clean versions, right? Because I know a lot of parents want to know, can we listen to that? Or can my kids listen to it?
We base it around spiritual battles I fought each night. Steady getting ready, trying to keep my sight. In the morning flight, I get right with G.O.D., but when he offers me the key, I flee reluctantly. Constant warfare flares up inside my mind, though the Lord know how to find, I find I lag behind.
Woo!
God bless.
Good. So, and you'll be performing when?
2 veteran Westerville officers gunned down in the line of duty.
Both officers gave their life in protection of others. Those are true American heroes.
Officers Eric Joring and Anthony Morelli paying the ultimate sacrifice.
I appreciate them, and I'm very sorry for their loss. I think it's hard for the whole community because they really do keep us all safe.
Central Ohio and the country remembering the fallen.
We're also learning more about the man accused of pulling the trigger.
And he's no stranger with the law, his lengthy checkered past.
And good morning, everyone. Thanks for joining us on this Sunday, February 11th. I'm Maria Durant with Jackie Orozco. Meteorologist Phil Kelly will have a look at your weather in just a few minutes.
But right now we have team coverage following the aftermath of 2 Westerville police officers shot and killed in the line of duty. We now know a Hilliard teen who plotted to kill his classmates will spend 4 years in prison. John Staley says he never meant things to go this far. But I find out how parents of Hilliard Davidson students are reacting to his sentence.
One after another,
I don't know that 4 years is enough.
we got the same reaction from the people of Hilliard.
It doesn't matter to me. Anything that's premeditated is very serious to me. So I think 4 years is a little light.
Prosecutors say in 2016, John Staley made diagrams of Hilliard Davidson High School, researched how to get guns and ammo along with racist and Nazi imagery, even tried to recruit others. A student overheard Staley talking about the plot and reported it to authorities. He's been locked up ever since. His mom in tears as she watched her 17-year-old son apologize in front of the judge.
I never meant for this to go this far. And I'm sorry that I have to be in front of you today, this day, Your Honor. Please have mercy on me, sir.
The judge did, only sentencing him the minimum, but made sure he knew that his mass shooting plan was a serious crime.
It's a first-degree felony. That's why there's a presumption for prison. It's not enough to say later that it was a joke.
But some people we talked with say Stanley needs professional help, not prison time.
I don't think he needs to go to prison. I think he needs to go to a mental facility. I think he needs a lot of mental help.
Ohio couple is opening up about a study at OSU that changed their lives forever. It's being called a game changer in the fight against Alzheimer's. The device is like a pacemaker for the brain. I spent a day with them, and here's how this device helps. 85-year-old Levon Moore is fighting Alzheimer's disease.
I feel fine. I feel good today.
But it's not slowing her down.
I don't know if she's happy. If I'm happy. We've been married 65 years.
That's because she and her husband Tom decided to try out an experimental project with OSU Dr. Douglas Sharif.
It's never been done before.
It's called deep brain stimulation.
Our idea was, sort of use it or lose it. We know that if you stimulate your brain, physical or mental activities, you seem to sort of slow down the course.
So how does it work? It's like a pacemaker for the brain. The device has been around for 20 years to help treat people with Parkinson's disease. But this is the first time it's being used to treat people with Alzheimer's.
Things like problem solving and decision making, organization, focused attention, and these are areas that are destroyed by Alzheimer's disease.
And the results speak for themselves. Levon can now work on puzzles. And she's not as forgetful thanks to her husband by her side.
I can say something to Levon, and 30 seconds or a minute later, I have to be sure she has grasped it and is doing it.
Levon Moore had this surgery 3 years ago. Her husband recharges her battery pack in her chest every other day.
Even though the experimental study is over, we're still applying the electricity to her brain.
It's not a cure, but Tom Moore says as long as he has more time with the love of his life,
we're here. We're good.
That's all he can ever ask for. Such a great couple. The Safe School Helpline helps nearly 800 districts across the country, including many right here in Central Ohio, where the business is based.
Hi, Scott McCurdy, Safe School Helpline.
Their phones have been ringing off the hook.
Anonymous tip line service that allows your district to report wrongdoing.
Superintendents from across the country are learning more about a Columbus company called Security Voice Incorporated. It started a program called the Safe School Helpline back in 1996, but now it's more popular than ever, given the recent shooting in Florida.
Our volume has probably doubled or tripled just in the last week. So more and more people are concerned about safety.
So what is the Safe School Helpline?
The purpose of this helpline is to promote school safety and report wrongdoing or illegal activity.
It's a tool parents and students can use to report bullying, drugs, or any other issues. The New Albany School District has been using it for the past 15 years.
It's a great resource for parents if you need an anonymous contact and you don't want to share that information right out of the gate with the school district, but you know your kid needs some support. You're just not comfortable talking about it yet. That mental health support can come through the Safe School Helpline.
It's pretty easy to use, too. People can call, text, or use their smart app to report any concerns they have.
You have reached our anonymous helpline.
But the service isn't free for schools.
The cost is based on the student head count. Typically, it's very inexpensive. It would run less than 2 cents a week per child.
Columbus City Schools used the Safe School Helpline last year. They now use a free service tip line offered by the Department of Education. Girl power is the driving force for the growth of Latino entrepreneurship. A new study from Stanford University shows that more people are starting their own business. The twist, researchers are seeing a spike in Hispanic females and millennials starting their own companies.
Those young Latinas in particular to go after their dreams.
That dream is starting your own business, but it hasn't been easy for Natasha Pongones.
If I could start my business what I know today, 20 years ago, I would probably be unstoppable. And then do exclamation point.
She started her tech company, Oye Business Intelligence, in 2014, a suiting name since the Spanish word oye means listen in English.
As we see buying power, as we see need from providing research or information, is really understanding those minority groups that are becoming majority in the United States today.
She thanks a lot of her success through the U.S. Hispanic Chamber of Commerce. It literally opened the White House doors.
Good opportunity to showcase all the great work that Central Ohio is doing around entrepreneurship.
She was among 10 other Latina entrepreneurs to sit with first daughter Ivanka Trump.
For Ivanka Trump, in her position of power, really how can she support and continue fostering leadership among Latinas in the United States?
And Latinas are driving entrepreneurship around the country.
We see San Francisco on top, Seattle.
That's according to a new study done by the Stanford Graduate School of Business.
That's good for all of us. It leads to higher tax revenues. It leads to higher opportunities for business partnerships.
The study shows in Ohio, 48% of Latino entrepreneurs are millennials, compared to only 40% of Latino entrepreneurs across the country. But it hasn't caught up with the number of Latinos living in the U.S.
Our study is trying to figure out, well, why are there not more Latino businesses that are kind of growing, and what's holding them back?
But the future looks bright, especially for Pongones and her tech company.
Starting in 2018, we're actually going international, so we're very excited about the next step.
So if you want to check out the study for yourself, that will be available this Wednesday for public view. We've posted a link on our website to help you find it. Just go to myfox28columbus.com and click on this story.
Yeah, at this point, Bob, investigators are still trying to collect evidence, trying to figure out if indeed someone burned this apartment intentionally. But check out all this damage, and residents we spoke with say the way the fire spread, they too believe arson is to blame. Dave Thomas says he's lucky to be alive.
God woke me up.
He says an officer saved his life.
Cop standing right there. Smack, to knock the glass out. He said, just give me your hands and pull me out of there.
But imagine waking up to this.
What happened exactly?
It's a big fight. I don't know. It's just burning. Come on. Please hurry.
Thomas believes someone intentionally set his apartment building on fire.
They had to spray this place down or something, the way that fire went. But thank God that we all got out of there. Some of them got hurt, but it could have been worse.
33 people lost everything, including Thomas.
It's just overwhelming. Here I am. Got nothing but this.
Many of them now staying here at the Dodge Rec Center with the help of the Red Cross.
Just the basics, food, clothing, and a warm and safe place to sleep.
Thomas says if there is an arsonist out there, he has this message.
My God gonna get you, that's it.
So far, no arrests have been made and the fire remains under investigation. For now, reporting live here in Franklinton, Jackie Orozco, ABC 6 News.
Still looks about the same. We haven't seen any plows in this area at all. Just check it out. You can see it's basically, you can't even see the road at all. And believe it or not, residents we spoke with say they already know the drill, that these streets right here are going to be the last ones to be plowed. So they did what they could to dig themselves out of all this snow.
A method to my madness.
When it snows, Steve Harper knows the drill.
I just got out here and saw there's like 4 inches of snow and I better shovel.
Not only the sidewalks were bad, but the side streets were even worse. That's why Columbus City schools canceled classes today. And what kid doesn't love a snow day? Were you excited?
Yes.
But for 14-year-old Jamarion Bennett, he didn't go out and play. He was out helping his neighbors dig out.
So who told you had to come out here and shovel?
Me.
He says he just loves snow, so why not help others who don't?
I just like shoveling.
While we saw plenty of people digging out of this mess,
Are you ready, man?
we did find some people sneak in some fun.
Are you ready? Let's go! Good job.
And back out here live on Mobile Track, City of Columbus says about 85% of Priority 1 roadways have been treated and will continue to be treated. Tonight will be Priority 2 roads. That'll be treated, and unfortunately what we're on, that's going to be kind of on the last of the list. So they're going to be making an assessment later on tonight, and then they will decide if those residential areas will be plowed. For now, reporting live here in Mobile Track, Jackie Orozco, ABC 6. As I learned this time, this lawmaker wants to make sure the State House does more than just talk.
School leaders are brainstorming with lawmakers to come up with a comprehensive school safety bill.
We're leaving kind of everything open, so many things could be included. It could be more resource officers, it could be more mental health experts, it could be the needs of whatever that school district is.
So what do schools need to create a safer environment? People we spoke with weren't 100% sure.
Even stuff like gun legislation or gun control, it probably can be helpful, but it's not going to be the end of it. It's never going to make guns go away in this country.
A lot of schools have one resource officer, maybe. My high school, I graduated with 600 kids, more than 600 kids, and our guidance counselors, we had maybe 5, and one armed officer in the school. That's just not enough.
But adding more school resource officers to every school won't come cheap.
Put a school resource officer in every building, you're looking at about $1.1 million per year. And that's like 15 to 20 buildings additional.
Across the state, there are more than 3,500 school buildings. That's not including any private or charter schools. Bottom line, lawmakers are trying to do more than just talk safety reform.
I want to make sure that the public feels safe and secure knowing that their kids going to school will be safe, that the right plans and practices are in place.
And new this morning, a new study says getting a promotion may be as simple as moving your seat. People sitting next to bosses